I'm not sure how safe it is to practice my carving right now with more people being out here. But I'll do a little bit. Because if someone comes up behind me really fast and I don't know they're coming, we could crash. Especially if they don't let me know they're coming. Now my mirror doesn't show me very much, so it's not very much of a use my mirror that I have right now. But I think I'm going to install my Wolfbox i17. It's a mini dash cam. I don't think it's called mini dash cam, but it's kind of like small, but perfect size for putting in my visor underneath it, if I can fit it in there. And then connecting some power to it. And then that'll give me my rear view mirror. That'll give me my rear view LCD screen showing me behind me. And also recording, which is helpful, right? It's helpful to have that. Now I'd still be recording with probably with the GoPro and the Insta360 X3, but also having a dash cam is I like systems of redundancy, right? Systems of redundancy. I think I could probably go. No, look how fast these cars are coming. I was going to go out there. Look at that. That car would have been right there. I'm really glad I didn't go. I think in the daytime I shouldn't be pulling out. Well, that looks kind of clear right now, but I think I should just wait. Okay, maybe I'll go, because this ain't walk. I don't know what's going on. One magnet with the north or the south, but we'll say north facing out. Oh, I need to put my glasses on. It just got sunny. I cannot see right now. Just came around that corner and I cannot see at all. Wow, it's so blinding with that light. Okay, I'm glad I brought my sunglasses. Rushed over here. The case came over here real quick. That's where they were going. Something happened. That was that same group of people that were blocking the path earlier, I think. It's the same area at least. I don't know if it's the same people. But the people are all gone and it looked like one person was detained, because I think that's what we're... I'm going to slow down hoping you can hear me. Oh, we're in the shade again, so I don't need my glasses right now. I should get my glasses out soon though. Okay, so John Bedini and Tom Bearden would collaborate together on this idea of having a coil. If I understand correctly, it's a coil, just a regular coil, right? The gauge wire can be 23 to 26, at least 18, but up to 26 gauge. But that, you know, you can just experiment with it. It's not a specific number, but the idea is you have a coil with an iron core, right? A ferrous iron core, something a magnet can stick to, which some people use welding rod, and it has to be welding rod again that has that material when it wants to stick to the magnet, right? And you put a bunch of those in there as the core, right, for the core of the coil. And then you have a magnet with the north facing the coil that passes. So you have this flywheel spinning, and the magnet passes this coil, and the battery, if I understand correctly, the battery actually charges the whole time that the magnet and the coil are away from one another. So now imagine that when the magnet passes the coil, imagine the electron pairs getting pushed apart. That's your amperage, that's your current. And then when they collapse, when the electron pairs collapse in, that's your voltage. No, when I say collapse, I mean amps, volts, amps, volts. It's the infinity symbol, right? So, and that goes to your battery. It goes to, well, it goes to a full wave bridge rectifier, which gives us that DC. Even though it's a pulse, it's a pulsing DC, right? And they call it an impulse. That's Tesla impulse technology. Now, what I'm saying is not perfect. It's not a perfection, okay? It's an approximation, it's an idea, I think I'm close to what is going on. I think I'm close to it. Now, I think with this kind of system, we'd have to test it, but we may be able to charge the same battery we're using that's under a load, okay? But it's much more efficient if we charge a separate battery that's not under load. But these pulses allow the battery to receive a charge. And the battery charges when that magnet is away from the coil, going all the way around the wheel, and then passes the coil again. When it passes the coil, that's where the electron pairs get pushed apart. And then when it is away from the coil, and the magnet's away from the coil, that's when we get our voltage. I think I'm saying this correctly. Now, John Bedini would place the magnets approximately 5 inches away from one another, so there has to be that space. They can't just be continuous magnets, okay? That's going to create a lot of drag, right? Back EMF. And John Bedini, if I recall correctly, would say you don't want to charge with back EMF. You don't want to. Some people were saying they were doing that, and he said it's more efficient just to do this way. You know, where you have the magnets spaced out away from one another, and charge the battery like that. Now with the unicycle, what I think of doing sometimes is sticking magnets in the rim, and then putting a couple coils down there and running that into a full wave bridge rectifier, and then running that back to the battery. But I don't know what those pulses would do. I mean, I would just have to try it, I guess. Right? I'd have to just try it. Okay, I need to pull over and put my glasses on. I'm gonna wait till I see a place to pull over though. I don't want to just stop on the path. Practice my driving again. But it'd probably be better to start to experiment first with a benchtop version of this instead of just going on the electric unicycle. Experiment with like a benchtop. I mean a tabletop, you know, tabletop test. Okay, I'm just gonna put my glasses on because the sun is here. Okay, let me check the time. Okay. Making sure my phone's not gonna fall out of my pocket. Okay, let's get the sunglasses out. There they are. Now the only thing about the sunglasses now is in the shadows, like in the shade, it's going to be dark still a little bit. And then in direct sun it'll be perfect, but that's okay. I think it's just going to keep getting brighter at this point. Oh wow, the glasses are already getting foggy. Okay, the backpack's closed. I will say that it's really nice to not worry about the battery going dead. Because last time I was going fast and it drained the battery. We've only used 2 bars so far. But I'm very interested in this idea of a range extender. And I'll say for experimental purposes and educational purposes, not to sell a product. I mean, I cannot really relate to there being such a need for something and to say, I want to make a lot of money off this. I mean, I get it. I understand. I mean, I've met people that are like, I gotta feed my kids and I have to think of money. And they come up with ideas and just sell them. And I can understand that, but I just, hopefully there's another hopefully there's a way to teach people something about the discovery that can be passed on, where people can at least am I recording? That's weird. I don't even know if my GoPro's on right now.